Today we're going to talk about customer tiering, or RFM, which stands for Recency Frequency Monetary, a known method of customer segmentation in various industries. Now, there are many different ways to segment your customers into meaningful groups, but we may be still left with large groups that clump many different types of customers together. Segmenting customers based on 2 or 3 attributes at once rather than separately can provide us with much more information rather than looking at each characteristic individually. Let's look at the following example. Here we have one customer who purchased once a year and the other who purchased 6 times in the last year. Now, who's the better customer? The answer is that there isn't a right answer just based on this info. So let's add a bit more information. We see here that customer A bought one shirt that is valued at $600, while customer B purchased $600 shirts in the last year in different occasions. Now, if we looked at our customers only from a monetary perspective, these 2 customers would be categorized as the same. But we have very different KPIs for these 2 customers. With a customer that has a large order value once a year, we'll probably want to increase their yearly visits. While the customer that makes smaller purchases all across the year, we might want to try to see how we can grow their average order value. Now, this is a great example of how we can achieve personalization very easily by combining frequency and monetary values. We're going to look at one more example using an RFM segmentation. Here we have an example of segmenting our customers based on their purchase frequency in the last year. And we can see that 3 very different groups are found. Now, these are very different types of customer personas, but we should not assume that all customers in each group are the same. Now, we're going to focus on the high frequency group and add 2 additional parameters. Recency, which is defined by the day since last purchase of the customer, and monetary, which sums the customer's spend in the last year. Now, by adding these 2 attributes, we'll basically reach a much more granular level of segmentation. And in doing so, we've divided the high frequency into 3 very different segments. The important point here is not that we have more segments, but the information that we derive from these new segments. So for example, segment A has a significantly higher purchase amount compared to the other segments. So for those customers are for sure our most valued customers that we want to keep engaged. And to sum it up, this application, we actually demonstrated with this method how segmenting our customers based on several attributes rather than just looking at frequency or monetary values can improve and enhance our personalization. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg here, so feel free to reach out to Optimove Strategic Services for more information. Back to you, Amit.